Do you guys remember about 4 months ago when I covered this area for the first time? Well, back then I was using a newer offhand and I was only level 59, so I was seriously lacking in accuracy and you guys made sure to point that out in the comment section. So after all this time I finally decided to return here to do some grinding, and also in the same time why not test this area again, because now I am level 60, I do have accuracy gems, I do have a good offhand, and basically I should have the required gear to grind here efficiently. For this video I'm going to assume that you never saw the first one and that you don't really know much about Pila Kuku in general. So I'm going to explain the rotations, where to find them and how to not get lost in the cave, and then I'm going to get into the experience part of this video. Let me begin by first showing where the cave actually is. So in case you don't know how to get here, you basically have to go through the desert. It's past the Fogans area and you can follow the map on the screen to get a general idea about how to get here. Once you get here, you should know that there are 2 different entrances in the cave, and depending on what rotation you decide to grind as your main, you might choose either one of these. If you don't want to get lost in the cave, I would suggest you to watch the background footage that is playing right now, which is showing how to get from the first entrance to the second one. And in between these entrances you can find both of the 2 rotations that I will be talking about in this video. So if you don't know how to travel the cave, then just watch the background video and you should be able to learn how to get from one rotation to another. Now, while that is playing on the background, let me go quickly through the test details, just in case someone doesn't know how I'm performing these. So basically I'm trying to grind as fast as possible to see what is the maximum potential of experience that I could get for a certain rotation. So I'm not looting anything from the ground and I'm only letting my pets do that part. In terms of gear, I am using a good offhand and 2 accuracy gems as well as 1 Duodecil earring, just to push my accuracy up a little bit, and since I am level 60 wizard I should have enough accuracy to handle this rotation properly. About the experience, I am reducing that one to a normal 100% ratio. So basically I am removing all of the experience buffs that I am using and I reduce the experience to a normal 100% so you can compare the results to all of my previous experience videos, and also if you want you can add your own buffs on top of those to get a value that would represent your own grinding choice. That should be all, so if there are any other minor details they will be displayed on the screen. Now let's start talking about those rotations. So keep in mind that the main point of this video is to compare this level 60 test with accuracy to my old level 59 test without accuracy. So I'm going to be comparing the data from this test to the one that I did before at level 59. Let's begin with the first rotation. This is the one that is situated right next to the first entrance. So if you decide to grind this one, I would suggest you to pick the first entrance to leave your horse there. And since I cannot show a map of this rotation, I will have to ask you to again check the video on the background if you want to learn how to do this rotation. Here I grinded a total of 3 different runs, each of them of exactly 10 minutes. So if I make an average out of the experience that I got from these 3 runs, I got about 0.0045% experience per minute if it is reduced back to 100% ratio. This is the value that I got at level 60 using my accuracy gear, and in order to compare it to the previous level 59 one, I will have to convert it. By multiplying the experience by 3, I can simulate a level 59 value, and by doing that I got about 0.013% experience per minute. Now, how does this compare to the previous test? Well, by extracting that part of the video, I can see that I got about 0.0086% experience per minute at level 59. But since this test was performed before the experience patch, I will have to add another 33% or somewhere around there to this value. And by multiplying this value by about 33%, it should be around 0.011% experience per minute after the patch. So the conclusion for this rotation is that I am indeed grinding faster compared to my previous test, but the real question is if it's actually the accuracy or the level that makes a difference, because jumping from 59 to 60 I do get another passive and as a result I have more damage, but also I get more accuracy and my gear is better, so I'm not sure which of these factors is the one that offers me more experience. It's most likely both. So let's move on to the second rotation since I'm pretty much done talking about this one. If you decide to grind the second rotation, which some people also name the main rotation, then I would suggest you to pick the second entrance to leave your horse, because again this rotation is the closest one to the second entrance and you're going to have a much easier time to drop your items on the horse when you get overweight. This rotation is the more popular one, so usually when someone comes to grind here, this is the default rotation they are going to check for, so you're going to have a harder time to find it empty. If you do manage to find it empty though, you're in luck because this rotation is the best one in this place. So let's talk about the experience. Here again I grinded 3 different times, again each run of 10 minutes each. And if I make an average out of the experience that I got from those 3 runs, I got about 0.0050% experience per minute. So it is a little bit better than the first rotation, that much I can say already. Now again posing the same question, how does this compare to my previous level 59 test? So the first thing that I'm going to have to do is to again multiply this value by 3, which will result in 0.015% experience per minute at level 59, if I were to grind exactly as fast. The second part is to extract the data from the previous video, so the last time I got 0.0091% experience per minute, and multiplying this value again by 33%, I got about 0.012% experience per minute. As expected, at level 60 I grind faster and I have more accuracy, so there's no real surprise in this data. For those of you who were wondering why I decided to retest this area, is because Pila Ku jail is supposed to be a high-end area that only level 60s with good gear are supposed to grind. And previously, since I tested this area at level 59 with inappropriate gear, it wasn't really fair to compare that data with all of my recent level 60 data that I got, for example at Pirates or at Sawsons. In order to give this place a proper chance and to see at level 60 in particular what place can give me the best experience, I decided to retest it, so that now I have a proper real experience value for Pila Ku jail instead of the old level 59 value with no accuracy. So that should be all for this video. Now I'm going to have shown on the screen the experience per hour for all of these areas, because this is supposed to be an experience per hour video. If you want to see the previous video on this topic, I'm going to have it linked at the end of this one. So for example, in this video I only covered 2 rotations, but on the previous one I talked about 3 rotations, just in case you want to know more. If you want to continue this conversation or add more information to it, then just leave a comment down below and we can discuss about this further. So thanks for watching the video all the way to the end, I appreciate that, and I hope you found some information out of it. And if you did, then I hope to see you next time.